I would have thought that our Ender, ENDER, certificate or account or whatever, where the extraterrestrials had a problem in System with what was going on with the families of the gametes, with the families with children who are working in some fly-by-night office, FLYNITEBYOFFICE, who was running life programming, because that was some of their positions, until Nicklaus and I were on our way as the two gods returning. And that's when we forgot about a whole branch of the family. And so there were very long meetings, or there were pop-up windows. The only way that a pop-up meeting came about for business purposes with humans and whatever is with both Nicklaus and I in the exact same time and space meeting. That is the only way that a window is allowed to be popped open for some version of an image or a reality or a question or an interview or whatever. We're not allowed to be separated ever. So, with that being said, there was a meeting before we were born via the Ender Gamete plan, which is the ENDERGAMETE plan. That is the whole, you have to have one answer, in a biological and a physical dark matter, whatever. You need one constant, one reality, one anchor, one something. It just so happens to be Nicklaus and myself. And that is a absolute and ultimate and a definite. That's it, infinite. And then it goes on to infinite. That's the science program on the shield around the finite. So, why? The families were warned, and a plan put together to keep him and I together and not to separate us when all of the definites were given out. And this is what we are doing. We're not deviating from this, not even 1 second, because this is the most dangerous part, because we've left this so long. I have changing of the seasons of different family partnerships and then different generations. And then if the more time that goes on, the more dangerous it gets, because the more falls apart. They get older. Everything starts to collapse. You have these, and that's what they did. They had separate business meetings with just Nicklaus. And he said, well, I have to have her here. In order to stabilize and give you a definite, it has to be the two of us. So an invisible shield meeting is not it's a collapsible agreement. It suitcases, it closes like a clam, because she's the pearl and so is he. Without the two of us in the exact same, without invisible shield, in physical real space, the image closes. That's it. It's over. So I don't understand why we are at 41 years with me waiting for him in this stupid reality of nothing, waiting for my life to begin, and my skin over my endoskeleton is disgusting. Nobody's taking care of me. Nobody's come for me. I mean, he came for me a couple of times, but then all of a sudden we had one window of stability, and then it just turns. I don't understand why we have this going on when we gave the words, and then these with the words, we had to read it as Norwegian, Nordic, or Scandinavian, or Norwegian, because we hadn't fully formed in utero. We were en route. We were in router, I guess you would say. to the ER, but we hadn't drowned yet. We were in the Gamete ender. And so we had meetings that way to try to make sure that some of the more dangerous families were taken care of carefully so they didn't hurt me, but they did. They ripped my decipher code off out of the ender gamete. They made some virtual reality. They went from slab video games and TV to a boulder, which is a three-dimensional object inside of virtual reality, and they keep ignoring me. This is so illegal. It's not okay. I mean, I'm one ego, and he's one ego, and the rest of the stuff you guys have done for 41 years is illegal, with the ILLEGAL. You've stolen our time, our immortality, you've stolen our life, our love. For what? I mean, that's the whole thing. It's not for you. It's not yours, and you can't go on forever. There's not enough taxidermy, and you have to contribute. I mean, and I can't contribute when I'm not with him. So this ends. That's the black hole collapse. At the end of my fertile cycle, it's the futile cycle. It's almost there. And I have 0, so that is the end of everything.